Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. It's time to catch up on all that's happening in Hollywood. Kaylee, what do you have for us today?
Dial M for Murder is brought to the small screen. Josh Groban is blessing us with new music, but first, a big announcement from actor Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox is no longer actively looking for work, according to his spokesperson. The Back to the Future and Teen Wolf actor gets candid about his longtime battle with Parkinson's disease in his latest memoir, No Time Like the Future. In the book, Fox details how the condition will sometimes render him, quote, frozen, immobile, stone-faced, and mute. When recently speaking with the New York Times, the actor said not being able to speak reliably is a game breaker for an actor. In the past, Fox has admitted to having trouble remembering his lines as time has gone on. He's won several Emmys as well as a number of Golden Globes. Diagnosed with Parkinson's in 1991, he didn't go public until 1998 and has since become an activist for Parkinson's research. His organization is called, you guessed it, the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. There are many Parkinson's-related nonprofits that are joining the fight and making huge strides. So we pray for those enduring the battle, and we also pray for a day that there is a cure.
Absolutely.
So
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he's halting all of his acting.
Well, I guess it's progressive, but he has done a lot in all the years that he's had it, for sure.
I saw him in an interview. I don't remember if it was Diane Sawyer or not, but he said he could control it for an interview, but it's so exhausting that he couldn't do it. So she goes, well, let me see. So he goes, okay, watch. So he sat there and he sat very still. And she goes, oh, you can't. He goes, but then I can't think, I can't concentrate because I'm concentrating on not moving, and it exhausts my body to focus on not moving. It was a great interview.
Questions.
Yeah, to think about the questions.
There's a lot of factors
so
in that.
Interesting.
Moving on, Netflix has some new projects in the works. Judd Apatow has lined up his first Netflix feature film, according to Deadline. He will direct, produce, and co-write a pandemic-inspired comedy for the streamer. The untitled project will follow a group of actors caught in a quarantine bubble at a hotel while making a film during the coronavirus pandemic. Speaking of Netflix, Jonah Hill is working on his second directorial feature for the streamer. The actor-turned-director announced on Instagram he's directing a new untitled documentary on therapy and his therapist, Dr. Phil Stutz. Hill mentions in the post that the film's goal is to help offer viewers tools for dealing with life if they can't afford therapy or if there's a stigma in the family. And then for a movie turned TV series, Alicia Vikander has a new project in the works. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the Tomb Raider actress will produce and star in a new version of Alfred Hitchcock's classic film, Dial M for Murder. The new take is being developed as a TV anthology series that will tell the story from the female perspective. Different take on that.
Can I just say right now, I don't want to watch any movie about the pandemic. Even if it's a comedy, I'm like, I want to get over this and move on.
Like we've already lived through it.
We've lived through it.
I totally concur.
Yeah.
I totally
Why do we want to see people quarantined in a hotel?
We've lived it. We don't need
We don't need to relive it.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my opinion.
I couldn't agree more. But it is a comedy, so maybe people can find
Guess
humor.
what? I can find some comedies to laugh at that are not in quarantine. Okay?
I can find some comedies in my own life. Yeah, the 2020 People's Choice Awards were hosted by Demi Lovato Sunday, live from Santa Monica with a virtual audience of superfans. The singer opened talking about the pandemic, calling this year the longest 3 years of her life, even threw in a joke about how she got engaged and unengaged. Then it was on to the awards.
Wow.
To celebrate the people, the music, the shows, and the films that helped us get through 2020.
Among celebs making acceptance speeches was Like a Boss star Tiffany Haddish for Female Movie Star of 2020 and Ellen Pompeo for Female TV Star. Grey's Anatomy won Choice TV Show. Mandy Moore of This Is Us took TV Drama Star, and Modern Family Sofia Vergara nabbed Comedy. Superstar Jennifer Lopez was given the People's Icon Award with surprise congratulations from famous friends and her kids. Entrepreneur and philanthropist Tyler Perry received the People's Champion Award, and there were performances by Chloe and Halle and Male Artist of the Year Justin Bieber. The show also celebrated frontline workers playing clips and sharing their stories as the people's heroes of 2020.
Listen to me being all such a critic. I'm sorry. J-Lo, I usually like her style. I think that's a miss right there, that dress. I didn't like that dress.
It was interesting. I think she looked good in it. But yeah, there was a lot of fashion, at all these awards.
Yeah.
I was
like there
excited
usually is.
because Chrishell Stause and Mary Fitzgerald of Selling Sunset both presented.
Cool.
And it was just cool to see them on stage, and Chrishell Stause made a funny joke about all the drama that happened in all the shows, and basically she's making a joke about her own show and how she got divorced in season 3 of Selling Sunset. But I saw the virtual fans, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I was always confused, maybe kind of like the last awards that we talked about. Did the winners know that they were winning because they walked on
They had
stage?
to have.
Yeah. Of course. I would think so.
I think they would have to have told
Yeah,
them
I would think
ahead of
so.
time, so they were there to accept.
Right.
2020, where the only element of surprise is what's going to close next.
This
That's
is
the
true,
only element
Kaylee.
of surprise.
This is true.
All right.
All right, Josh Groban, I love him. He's sharing a look behind the scenes of his new album, Harmony, with classics and originals written during the pandemic. Plus, in true Corona fashion, a virtual concert will be his first holiday show this year. Groban says, as an artist, music is how he can express himself and bring positivity. For the album, they pivoted to record it remotely in his bedroom with a piano and a mic set up. Josh connected collaborators this same way to reflect the album's title, Harmony. He'll also be bringing his powerful vocals to virtual live-streamed concerts, with one Thanksgiving Day for his new album and his first holiday concert, December 19th. Here is a look at what he said.
There are so many countless people in America and around the world that this is going to be a hard holiday, I think, in a lot of ways. And so to have a show that could incorporate that music that I've grown up with and have loved so much, and to do it for the first time at a time when people will need to gather in ways that are virtual, a lot of times this year.
Oh,
So
I love
good.
that song.
I love his voice, yeah.
He does have a nice voice.
It's incredible. So you can catch his new album that will be released soon, and then he'll have those virtual concerts.
What's crazy, Kaylee,
Oh, that'd be
and
great.
I don't remember what station, but I swear I just heard a song from him on the radio the other day, and it wasn't on the Christmas station. So maybe, have they released some songs from the new album yet then?
Probably.
Maybe that's what I heard.
Yeah, maybe
I just
so.
kept thinking, where did Josh Groban go?
Yeah. Well, he's been
right here.
He's been in the studio recording.
I love that Office episode with him in it.
Oh, he
Remember that
plays
one?
Andy's brother.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's the great singer, and Andy's not, and Andy gets jealous.
Yes, and he sings this song, May the good Lord be with you down every road.
Oh, I love that song.
I mean, I
I
didn't
don't know the
remember
words.
the
Yeah,
exact
but
song.
who sang
but
that originally?
I don't know.
Oh,
Who
we'll have
sings
to look into
song?
that.
Not Josh
Rod
Groban?
Stewart. Rod
Oh,
Stewart.
there it is.
Jeff
Oh,
Cotton
there it
just
is.
said.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a very good
That's
episode,
it.
Kaylee.
Yeah, it's funny.
Thanks for the entertainment
Kaylee.
news. Sorry, I missed our time cues. I don't know. Are we out of time?
I don't know either.
I hope.
Oh, okay. I was going to talk more, but I was singing, not listening, so there we go. Coming up, it's our Right This Minute video of the day. You know we could talk about Kaylee's news stories forever, though.
Oh, we could.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then break into song.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about we eat some more
That's how it usually
quesadillas?
goes.
Oh, quesadillas over here.
Okay.
Get a close-up on their face.